Hey Lon, hi folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new and using pronouns, you might notice something slightly different about my face. I'll give you a second to guess. If you guess that I shaved my face, that is correct. I just shaved my face for the first time. For the first time in forever. Literally, like, I just shaved my mustache and my chin hair down here because I actually want more to grow. So apparently shaving it helps it grow out more. So that's why I did that. I feel face naked. Like, I've had my stash my whole life. Even before I came as trans, I never shaved it. Oh, and my hand's red like this. My knuckles are red because I did boxing for like an hour and a half. I was punching the bag. Anyway, it just, I feel like my acne is more exposed now that I don't have a mustache, and all of my little hairs down here are gone. Yeah, and I'm just documenting this. I'm just sharing it online too. I shaved my face. Today is November 6th, Saturday, November 6th, 2021. And Lev shaved his face for the first time in forever. The shaving experience itself, like, the only other part of my body I've shaved, this might be too much info, but I also shaved my armpits because the hair, even before I came as trans and went on testosterone and everything, the hairs were just poking my arms and it got very uncomfortable and it started becoming a nuisance. That's why I shaved my armpit hairs, and I've been doing that for like years now. But my face, never done that before. And like, it was just, I didn't really push down hard on the razor. It was just like lightly on the surface and all the hairs came out, and I was very careful around my acne too. I'm like, if I do too much, I'm gonna like scratch my skin and scratch the acne and it will just bleed, and we don't want that. So it's very gentle shaving, just like, and I never had like half my face covered in shaving gel before, so that this is a very new experience to me. It was fun though. It was fun shaving, and it's just looked at the razor. It's like, that's all my hair that I've never shaved off my face for my entire life. Now it's all gone. So we'll see. We'll see whether the hairs grow out more quickly, and then I get a bushier stash and more chin hair down here. That's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. It will be very interesting. And the second part of this video is I want to talk about my psych appointment today and WPATH assessments. For those of you who have never seen me before and this is your first video, I am planning to get top surgery next year, and I have my first consult booked in with the surgeon in April 2022. And a part of this top surgery process is getting a letter from a clinical psych or psychiatrist, and the letter written by the professional has to fulfill WPATH guidelines. WPATH is the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, and there's like, for top surgery, for me, I only need one letter from either from a clinical psychologist or a psychiatrist. I chose to see a clinical psychologist instead of a psychiatrist because I like clinical psychs better. But for top surgery, if anyone gets for bottom surgery, there'll need to be two referral letters. But for me, I only need one for top surgery. And I had my first consult appointment with the clinical psych today to start the WPATH assessment for top surgery. I mean, I was on waitlist. They said around 4 to 8 weeks, but they had an opening today, and then I just jumped on it right away. So I only waited around like 3.5 weeks, which is good. Like, I didn't want to wait 8 weeks for this because I wanted to get this started as soon as possible. And it's very interesting. I guess the first session is just getting a general overview of Lev and Lev's life and Lev's history in general. So we didn't talk specifically much about the gender stuff. I mentioned bits of it here and there, but the session wasn't focused on gender stuff, but just understanding me, my circumstances, my past in general. Not to mention earlier, the WPATH guidelines for top surgery are persistent, well-documented gender dysphoria, having the ability to consent to this treatment and like informed consent to this treatment. The age, I'm over 18, so I'm like legally an adult, so I don't need, I don't think I need parent or parent or guardian consent because I am legally an adult. And the fourth criteria is if if someone or me or whoever is getting the top surgery is experiencing like mental health concerns or physical health concerns, it has to be managed enough where my the my clinical psych explained it like having managing it well enough that the physical or mental health concern does not impact on one's ability to consent to treatment and make like essentially a logical decision about the gender affirming surgery. And also hormones are not a prerequisite for getting surgery. Like I could have I could have got top surgery before I started testosterone. Like going on hormones is not a prerequisite to get top surgery. Yeah, so today's session was just an overview of my life, and in the next session, um, it's gonna be more focused around the gender stuff and gender dysphoria and those experiences. And I don't know how many sessions we'll need to write the report. Um, yeah, it could be two, it could be three, it could be four, it could be five. I don't really know. It really depends on the individual and I guess how much info the clinical psych needs to write the report adequately. And it, it's expensive. Like I didn't realize there would be a cost to writing the letter. Like these. Well, I live in Australia, so the psych sessions I have, like the mental health seeing clinical psych, the sessions are rebated by Medicare. Like the sessions I go to are like 210, so Medicare rebates around 130, and I have to pay $80 out of pocket for each session, which is okay. But there was a separate fee for the writing the WPATH letter itself, and it's like $440 um for two sessions, and that doesn't include GST. If it includes GST, it's around like 480 or 485. That's where all my work pay is going towards now, like WPATH assessment, psych sessions, and top surgery itself, and hospital care and everything. Like all of my savings are gonna go towards that, and I'm gonna be like bankrupt by the end of this. But that like it's costly. Like I figured it would be costly, but it is such a worthwhile thing for me personally because chest dysphoria, just having this for like half my life and it's still going on, it's not worth the psychological pain. Like I would go broke to do this. Well, because I guess living situation too. I'm still living with my parents and stuff, so that's why doing this. And even if I don't have any money left in my bank account, that's why it's feasible for me to do this. Like I'm not gonna be at risk of homelessness if I decide to go do top surgery. But I understand that like not everyone's circumstances are like this, but I'm speaking about me personally. Like I cannot wait for the day I get top surgery and I wake up from it. Like I'm assuming I'm gonna be under anesthetic, so waiting for the day I get top surgery and I wake up, look down at my chest, and the breasts are gone, and I have a flat chest. Just like I kind of imagine how I would be feeling at that point. Yeah, I just cannot wait for that day. Just it's gone, and it's me. Just looking at my chest and thinking this is me, and just chest dysphoria. I'm assuming will not be there anymore. It's just it would be so liberating. Hopefully next year. Hopefully. And I guess in going through this WPATH assessment and just having to jump over all these hurdles just to get gender affirming surgery, it's just there is a lot. I knew that there is a lot of gatekeeping in trans people accessing the care and support that they need. But yeah, this is me experiencing this gatekeeping directly. Just just having to just getting top surgery. You need like letters from different health professionals and having to prove that I experienced persistent gender dysphoria and stuff like that. Just having to prove my identity and prove that my experiences are real in order to get gender affirming surgery. It's just very frustrating, and it's not just for surgery. Like, luckily for me, accessing hormones, there were some barriers, but it wasn't like actually there was still gatekeeping in me getting hormones. I'm getting access to hormones, like having to prove that I'm trans in a way and that I do have gender dysphoria, and how going on testosterone would benefit my mental health and stuff like that. Just, yeah, this is very exhausting living as a trans and gender diverse person, having to prove my identity just to get the medically affirming care and support that I need. Not like with other medical conditions where I go to my doctor and be like, oh, I feel nauseous, and then the doctor gives me like anti-nausea pills. Or like I feel sick and then go to the doctor and say I feel sick, and then the doctor gives me antibiotics. Like, accessing hormones and gender affirming surgery does not work that way. Like, it's not come into the office one, talk for 15 minutes, come out with a prescription for testosterone, and it doesn't work like that. It's like months, monthly, many months. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you in the next video.